which was very scientific and very in-depth. We started off by studying key signatures, the circle of fifth. There are 12 key signatures in all. There are 12 key signatures in all. Before we could write any words or do anything, we had to figure out those. Then we had to choose a song, and then we had to rewrite words, and then we had to figure out our own pitches. Then we had to figure out the rhythm. Everything that they wrote, they didn't see. They had to figure it out on their own. So what we're going to do to begin with is start each song with the original version as it would be found in the Reader's Digest Book of Children's Classics. If you know the words to it, feel free to sing along. Our very first song that we will be singing for you is The Muffin Man. Students raise their hands. We have 9 sections of 5th grade, but only 8 sections to teach them in. So Mrs. Montgomery's students actually split into 4 groups to do a specials rotation. So when I announce the name of the teachers, students whose teachers wrote these songs, Mrs. Montgomery students that go with those classes will meet with them. So the first one is Mrs. Bisher's and Mrs. Chiddix's class. Will you please raise your hands, including Montgomery students? They took the Muffin Man to a dark side. The first thing they had to do, of course, was figure out which key they wanted. And then they changed the words just a little bit. We hope you like our version of The Muffin Man. But it did, and it was a lot of fun because there's also a message in this. So the next song that we chose was actually chosen by Mr. Bogart's and Mrs. Scanlon's class. Would you please raise your hand? This was actually a really difficult song, and to put this into context, we only finished this song about 2 weeks ago. I see the students once a week, so they learned it very, very quickly because all of them had to learn it. So this song is an odd little song called Michael Finnegan. One of the things that we discovered when we were looking at children's songs is there's there's a lot of pain and death involved in this one. So the song itself is actually 5 verses. We chose the 3 that would make you feel the most uncomfortable. So we hope you like the original Michael Finnegan. Quite a disturbing song. Okay, so in our arrangement of Michael Finnegan, they envisioned a younger Michael Finnegan who didn't always make the best choices in life. He was very greedy, and so where his greed kind of took him, things actually worked out. Now the thing that's kind of fun about this is you will actually hear other songs kind of interspersed. Some of you who are over the age of 50 will probably recognize them faster than those of you under the age of 50. I'm getting really close, so that's why I know these songs. But we hope you enjoy our version of Michael Finnegan. all of the keys and everything. Part of what we were studying is known as tonality, going from major to minor. They had to figure out exactly how to do that. I did not tell them. They had to figure it out. So the skills that they're using, even if they don't remember it when they get to 6th grade or 7th grade, they will still have that in there. So that's really exciting. That's very proud. All right, so the next one that we're going to do is Yankee Doodle. We're going to spare you the 6 or 7 or 20 verses of that song and only sing the original. But I'd like to have Miss Reekers and Mr. Elliott students please raise their hand. They are responsible for this one. Here is the original Yankee Doodle. Secondly, why did he have this thing for pasta and, whatever. So, Yankee Doodle is now grown up. He married a lady, and she had some advice for him. So we have actually rewritten history. This is the history of fine dining and the history of macaroni and cheese. And also now you know where the after dinner mint came from because they demanded it. So, okay, this next song is it's fun, but it's also a challenge. This one was written. Yes, this one was written by Mr. Short in Miss Peters' class. Would you please raise your hand? We chose the Crawdad song because it's a fun Southern song that just kind of trips off the tongue very nicely, and it also talks about death. So, you know that one. Okay, but the thing that was neat about this is they decided to focus on the relationship that the Crawdad song suggests. And this is going to have some back and forth with the boys and girls. It also changes keys twice. Every time you change a key, you have a new do. So they had to think. They had to think in terms of sharps. They had to think in terms of flats. They had to think in terms of intervals. They had to think in terms of rhythm. They had to think in terms of lots of really, really fun things. So we are going to, it's kind of crazy because we worked really hard on this program and now it seems like it's over in about 20 minutes. But the fact that they started off with nothing and have this now, it's very exciting. So this is the original Crawdad song. It was summer. My mom always made me do ironing, and we would watch shows like I Love Lucy, The Dick Van Dyke Show, and The Andy Griffith Show. And of course, for any of you who watched The Andy Griffith Show, you know that he and Barney would spend a lot of time porch sitting and singing. The very first time I ever heard that song was actually sung by Andy Griffith and Barney Fife. So, nice childhood memory. That's a little aside. Sorry about that. All right, we took it to a whole nother level. I want to see if any of you recognize any of yourselves or any family members in the song. We finish with the Crawdad song.
Fishing
whatever musical adventures come next. We are going to do a very quick change. Fourth grade taxi seniors, if you guys would come up and enter this way. There are seats over here on this side, and I see that there are seats somewhere in the middle. If you can stay, please stay. We're only singing about 6 songs, which is about 15, 20 minutes. I'm going to dismiss you guys by the row. If you need to grab your child to go ahead and meet them down here, you can go. But in the meantime, if you guys know where you're going to go, just go ahead and fill those seats in. So row 1, come on out.